Hello everyone, this is Pratiksha Mishra and welcome back to another video of PM by Passion Academy. In previous video, we discussed about the basic concepts and some knowledge about reproduction in plants. I hope you will understand it, and in today's video, we're going to discuss about the variety types of questions regarding to reproduction in plants. In this session, we're going to discuss about the variety types of MCQs, true and false questions, match the columns, mixture of questions, and this part is very important for all types of entrances like CPET entrances, B.ED entrance, CHT entrance, OSSTET exam, each and every types of exams including +2 CHSC exams. So let's start. Our first question: vegetative propagation in potato takes place by leaves, stem, root or seed? And the answer is stem. Stem is the only part of potato in which vegetative propagation occurs, not in leaves, not in stem, not in root. Next, number 2 question: in which of the following plants buds are present on the margins of the leaves? Bryophyllum plant, touch-me-not plant, chandan plant or coriander plant? And the answer is Bryophyllum. Next question: in yeast, reproduction occur by fragmentation, budding, binary fission or spore formation? This is very easy question. In yeast, reproduction occur in budding. Next question: which of the following parts of a plant take part in sexual reproduction? Flower, seed, fruit or branch? And here choose the correct answers. That means 1 or 2, flower or seed, 1, 2 or 3, that means flower, seed or fruit, 3 or 4, fruit or branch, or 2, 3 and 4, seed, fruit and branch. And what's the answer? The answer is flower, seed and fruit. In flower, seed and fruit, in these 3 parts are only responsible for sexual reproduction. Branch is not responsible for sexual reproduction. Branch is the part in which asexual reproduction occurs. Only flower, seed and fruit are responsible for sexual reproduction. In theory part, I have already told about you details about reproduction in plants, how sexual reproduction occurs, how asexual reproduction occurs, which part are responsible for sexual reproduction, which part are responsible for asexual reproduction. So go first that video, conceptual parts, and next see this video. This is the MCQs part, and here the answer is 1, 2 and 3. That means flower, seed and fruit are responsible for sexual reproduction. Next, Shiva, here Shiva is a boy. Shiva observed that a pond with clear water was covered up with a green algae within a week. By which method of reproduction did the algae spread so rapidly? Listen, क्वेश्चन बड़ हो कि छोट हो सब बेले क्वेश्चन ना मीनिंग टा लास्ट लाइन रे ही पचरा है थाए माने क्वेश्चन कौन चाहूँचे तार आंसर कौन सब बेले लास्ट लाइन में थाए जो माने क्वेश्चन तैयारी करती बड़ बड़ सार मैडम मैंने से माने पिला को कन्फ्यूज करने एत बड़ क्वेश्चन दे दियंती जे पिला केमती कन्फ्यूज हो बस आमको फोकस करार अच्छे लास्ट लाइन उपर लास्ट लाइन आमको कौन पचारची ये कौन पचरा है आलजी को मेथड रे स्प्रेड करुच्ची by budding, by sexual reproduction, by fragmentation or by pollination. And here is the clear answer: by fragmentation. By the fragmentation process, green algae are reproduced within a week or by fast methods. Next question: seeds of drumstick and maple are carried to long distances by wind because they possess winged seeds, large and hairy seeds, long and rigid fruits or spiny seeds. And the answer is winged seeds. Next question: the eye of potato plant is what? The root is to any plant, the bud is to a flower, the bud is to a bryophyllum leaf, or the anther is to a stamen? And the answer is the bud is to a bryophyllum leaf. Next question: the ovaries of different flowers may contain only one ovule, many ovules, one to many ovules, or only 2 ovules? And the ovaries of different flowers contains one or many ovules, one ovule or more than one ovule. So 1 to many ovules they contains. Next question: which of the following statements are true for sexual reproduction in plants? Plants are obtained from seeds. 2 plants are always essential for reproduction, like human beings or like animals. Fertilizations can occur only after pollination. Only insects are agents of pollination. Here choose from the options given below. That means 1 or 2 are correct. Only option 1 is correct. Option 1 and 3 are correct. Option 1 and 4 are correct. So what is the right answer? The right answer is option 1 and 2 are correct. That means plants are obtained from seeds and 2 plants are always essential for reproduction. This is the criteria only for sexual reproduction, not by asexual reproduction. So what is the criteria for asexual reproduction? Number 3 and number 4. That means option 3 and options 4 are responsible for asexual reproduction. As here the question is about sexual reproduction, that's why the answer is plants are obtained from seeds and 2 plants are always essential for sexual reproduction. Okay, clear? Next question. Pollination refers to the transfer of pollen from anther to ovary, transfer of male gametes from anther to stigma, transfer of pollen from anther to stigma, or transfer of pollen from anther to ovule. The right answer is transfer of pollen from anther to stigma is called pollination. Next question. Flowers with both Androecium and gynoecium, that means the flower which contain both male part and female part, are called bisexual flowers or anther or stamen or unisexual flower. This is very common. The flower which contain both male part and female part is called bisexual flower. Next, number 12 question. The transfer of pollen from the anther to stigma is called pollination, fertilization, adoption or diffusion. And the transfer of pollen from anther to stigma is called pollination. The fusion of female reproductive nucleus with the male reproductive nucleus is known as adoption, excretion, fertilization or regeneration. And the right answer is fertilization. The 2 nuclei at the end of the pollen tube are called tube nucleus and a generative nucleus, sperm and ovum, generative nucleus and stigma, or tube nucleus and sperm. When the 2 nuclei at the end of the pollen tube is present is called tube nucleus and a generative nucleus. Option A is the right answer. Next, number 15 question. Generative nucleus divides forming 2 male nuclei, 3 male nuclei, 2 female nuclei or 3 female nuclei. Here the generative nucleus when divides only forms 2 male nuclei, no female nuclei. Okay. Number 16. Embryo-sac is located inside the stigma, ovule, micropyle or style, and embryo-sac is located inside the ovule. Next, one nucleus of the pollen tube and secondary nucleus of the ovum grow into stigma, endosperm, anther or stamen, and the answer is endosperm. The stalk of datura flower and its base is known as pedicel, corolla, sepals or thalamus, and the answer is pedicel. Next question. The male reproductive parts of a flower, the stamens, are collectively known as Androecium, filament, anther or gynoecium, and the male reproductive part is called Androecium. Then what is the female reproductive part? Female reproductive part is called gynoecium. Next, number 20. The other name of gynoecium is pistil, stigma, Androecium or style. Gynoecium is otherwisely called as pistil. Next question. Functional megaspore in a flowering plant develops into endosperm, ovule, embryo-sac or embryo, and the functional megaspore in a flowering plant is further developed to embryo-sac, not embryo. It's developed to embryo-sac. Number 22. Which of the following is similar to autogamy but requires pollinators? Geitonogamy, cleistogamy, apogamy or xenogamy, and the answer is geitonogamy. Next question. What is the function of the filiform apparatus? Guide the entry of pollen tube, recognize the suitable pollen at the stigma, produce nectar or stimulate division of the generative cell, and the answer is guide the entry of pollen tube. Filiform apparatus is functions as the guide of pollen tube. A mass of nutritive material outside the embryo sac is called dash: protoplasm, pericarp, ectoderm or perisperm, and the right answer is perisperm. Option D is right answer. Next question. Which of the following statements is correct? Sporogenous tissue is haploid. The hard outer layer of pollen is called intine. Tapetum nourishes the developing pollen. Microspores are produced by endothecium. The right answer is tapetum nourishes the developing pollen. Other statements are the wrong statements. This option C is the right statement. Next question. Which of the following fruit is produced by parthenocarpy? Brinjal, apple, banana or jackfruit? And the answer is banana. And what is parthenocarpy process? Parthenocarpy is the production of fruits without fertilization of ovule, and these fruits will be seedless. So banana is a seedless fruit. That's why the answer is banana. Jackfruit, apple, brinjal, they have the seeds. That's why banana is the right answer. Next question. The process of formation of seeds without fertilization in flowering plants is known as budding, apomixis, sporulation or somatic hybridization. The answer is apomixis. Number 28. Functional megaspore in an angiosperm develops into endosperm, embryo, embryo-sac or ovule. And the answer is embryo-sac. Rewards and attractants are required for entomophily, cleistogamy, anemophily or hydrophily. And the right answer is entomophily. A dioecious flowering plant prevents geitonogamy and xenogamy, autogamy and xenogamy, autogamy and geitonogamy or cleistogamy and xenogamy. And the dioecious flowering plants prevents autogamy and geitonogamy. Option C is the correct answer. Next, here is the match the column. Bread mold, yeast, potato, bose, sweet potato, bryophyllum, cactus, spirogyra. And column B contains cutting, leaves, fragmentation, detached body part, spores, eye, roots and budding. So first let's see bread mold. Bread mold relate to spores. Option E, spores. Then yeast relate to budding. By the process reproduce yeast is called budding. So yeast is related to H, budding. Then potato. Potato is related to eye. Next bose. Bose is cutting. Then sweet potato. Sweet potato develops from roots. That's why sweet potato is related to roots. Bryophyllum is leaves. Cactus, detached body part. How cactus forms? By detaching from the parent body, cactus forms. That's why cactus is related to D, detached body part. Then spirogyra. Spirogyra, fragmentation. Spirogyra is reproduced by fragmentation process. So here is the matches. Bread mold, option E, yeast, option H, potato, option F, bose, option A, sweet potato, option G, bryophyllum, option B, cactus, option D, and spirogyra, option C. Next question. Here is the fill in the blanks. First question, in dash reproduction, one individual can produce many individuals from its body parts. And this process is known as asexual. I have already discussed about you what is asexual reproduction and what is sexual reproduction. So please check out the first part of this video and then do the MCQs. Next question, both stamen and carpel are present in dash flowers. In bisexual flowers, budding is a type of dash reproduction. This is the obvious answer, asexual reproduction. The process of dash ensures continuity of life on the earth. Reproduction. Dash are the reproductive parts of a plant. Flowers. Next. Buds in potato are called eyes. Plants produce seeds as a result of dash reproduction. Sexual reproduction. The small bulb-like projection coming out from the yeast cell is called a dash. Is bud. The dash develops into embryo. Zygote develops into embryo. First zygote occurs, then zygote develops into embryo. The next stage of zygote is called embryo. Next question. The fruits are ripened in dash. Ovary. The fruits are ripened in ovary. Here is the 10 questions of fill in the blanks. Next, true and false question. I have already told you this part or this section is going to a mixture of questions, true and false questions, match the column questions, MCQs questions, fill in the blanks questions, and lastly here is the true and false questions. First question, let's see. Two individuals are needed for a sexual reproduction. Obviously true, in sexual reproduction 2 individuals are really required. If only in one individual's reproduction is occur, then it is called asexual reproduction. If 2 individuals are needed for any type of reproduction is called sexual reproduction. Seed is the only structure which develops into new plant. False. Seed is not only a structure to develop the new plant. Not only seeds but leaves, roots, these are also responsible for develops a new plant. That's why this is the false statement. Next question. Plants such as cacti produce new plants when their parts get detached from the main plant body. This is true. Cactus plant produce from its parent body by detaching process. Next. Plants produced by vegetative propagation takes less time to grow and bear flower and fruit. Yes. Obviously true answer. In vegetative propagation, it takes less time to grow up. Next question. The spores are asexual reproductive bodies. Yes, this is right answer. Spores are asexual reproductive parts. Next question. Anther contains female gametes called eggs. No. Anther contains the male gametes and produces pollen grains, and the ovary produces ovules which are the female gametes. Okay. Next question. The fruit is ripened in ovary. This is true answer. The fruit is ripened in ovary. Seed dispersal in coconut is aided by winds. No. Coconut seeds are dispersed by water, not by wind, and this process is called hydrochory process. Okay. Fusion of male and female gametes is called pollination. This is obviously wrong answer. Fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization, and it is the process that occurs after pollination of the carpel. The complete sequence of this total process takes place in the zygote to develop into a seed. So fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization, not pollination. Last question. A bisexual flower has both male and female reproductive parts. This is right answer. This is true. A bisexual flower means the flower which contains both male reproductive part and female reproductive part is called bisexual flower. Okay. So here we complete a lot of questions regarding to plant reproduction. आगु को एमती बहुत क्वेश्चन आंसर मुझे नहीं आसबि जो गुड़ाक मोस्ट इम्पोर्टाट मु आगुरी भी कही एबे भी कहूँ जिते पर्यंत मु सीपेट जाए क्वेश्चन बनई दैट मीन्स पीजी एंट्रांस 2021 पर्यंत जेतिकी वीडियोज बनई ता भितर 12 क्वेश्चंस आसीथिला एग्जाम रे. सो वर्तमान मु टार्गेट रखी सीपेट सुधा टोटल सिलेबस कवर करने बीएड सरिबा पूर्व सबतिक सिलेबस कवर करने. आई होप कि तुम मैंने सब बुझी पारथबो. जदि न बुझी होची ताले कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख मु ताकू बुझेई भी देबी. डिटेल्स जदि नोट्स दरकार ताले मते कुह मु पीडीएफ भी दे देबी. बस तुम वीडियो को देखिला हबनी. वीडियो को देखिकी पॉज करके क्वेश्चन आंसर लिखा पड़ो. बुझी बुझिकी क्वेश्चन आंसर लिख सब बेले मुझे कॉन्सेप्ट बुझा पड़ो. जदि कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर न हो ताले क्वेश्चन आंसर बिल्कुल आसीब ही नहीं. तो फास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट बुझा दरकार. जेतिकी आउट नॉलेज रहिबा दरकार सेतिकी आउट नॉलेज आग रखिबो. देन क्वेश्चन आंसर पार्ट को आसब. क्वेश्चन आंसर पार्ट रो इच एंड एव्री क्वेश्चन इंपोर्टेंट. रिप्रोडक्शन इन प्लांट रे 500 क्वेश्चन बाहर कि भितर बाछी 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 केतेटा क्वेश्चन मु नहीं आसुची जहाँकि बहुत इंपोर्टेंट एग्जाम रे आसीबार मोस्ट प्रोबाबिलिटी रही. ताले नेक्स्ट वीडियो रे आम डिस्कस करबा कार्बोहाइड्रेट विषय रे. कार्बोहाइड्रेट रिगार्डिंग टू पीजी पार्ट नॉट बीएड पार्ट. आगे कार्बोहाइड्रेट सेक्शन सारिबा तापरे आम बीएड पार्ट को आउ थरे जिबा. So see you in next video. Keep watching, keep supporting me. जदि वीडियो भल लगुची ताहले प्लीज सांग मानक सहित फैमिली मेंबर्स को सहित जो माने अछंती बीएड एग्जाम पई सीपेट एग्जाम पई ट्राई करछंती से मानक पाकु शेयर करो. जदि वीडियो भल लगुची ताहले लाइक करो एंड सब्सक्राइब करिवो प्लीज 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 बिकॉज़ आई नीड योर सपोर्ट. थैंक यू.